Hey guys, Tania Rubin with Temecula Uncorked, episode 47. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch. Temecula Uncorked is the weekly live that is brought to you by Wine Country Living, our Facebook group. You can head over and join. The link is in the description below. And it is the place to be if you love wine country and want to be in the know for all things going on in wine country. And there is a guest appearance by none other than Gracie Rubin right there, hogging the spotlight and getting all the attention as usual. She is, we did an episode not too long ago about where the dog-friendly wineries are in wine country, and she was my co-star, and that was definitely one of our popular videos. So if you want to know where you can go in wine country, there's an example of the kind of information and content that I love to bring to you. So this week we are talking about wine country for non-wine lovers. I know it doesn't sound likely, but you would be shocked at how often I run into someone out and about and start sharing about wine country and maybe sharing a little bit about the Wine Country Living Facebook group, and someone will say to me, gosh, you know, I've lived here for 8 years and I've only been to wine country for once for a wedding, or I've lived here for a number of years, but I don't really like wine, so we don't really go out to wine country. And so I thought this would be a fun episode for your friends who don't love wine, for your visitors who might not love wine, because I really do believe that wine country has something to offer so many, and that it is much more than just wine, although that is certainly one of the hearts of wine country. So I have my top suggestions for things to do in wine country if you are not a wine lover. And the bulk of them don't involve drinking at all, but at the very, very end I will touch on a few alternatives for drinkers who don't prefer wine. All right, so if you are a wine country or not a wine drinker, what can you do in wine country? The number one thing you can do if you don't want to drink is eat. So that is my first alternative. There are so many stunning places to go and have a picnic that you can pack and bring, and caveat is if you are going to a winery, it is nice if you can support the winery in some way. So perhaps someone else in the group would like to buy a bottle of wine. Perhaps you want to buy a bottle of wine to give to a friend as a gift, or you're going to a party. So certainly going and picnicking at a winery and purchasing a bottle for a friend or someone else is a very, very acceptable option. So that is one option. Going to a restaurant in wine country and not ordering wine is perfectly acceptable. And there are wineries that offer casual dining, like like Cougar Winery, and Fazeli is a little more casual, and Robert Renzoni is rustic casual, I would call it. So those are options. And then your fine dining experience, or your finer dining, like your Pontes and your Avansols and your Lyonesse, where you're going for a special occasion. If you aren't including wine country restaurants in your list of options for special occasions, you are certainly, in my opinion, missing out, because they do a wonderful job with so many of the special occasions out there. So also dining food trucks. If you are a food truck fan, a lot of the wineries bring in food trucks. If they do not have their own dining, you can certainly check on from the Wine Country Living newsletter that goes out every week. Check in there, click on the different events that the wineries are hosting, and often you will see that they will have, last week, Akesh Winery had empanadas, Danza del Sol often has tacos. Just so many of the different wineries offer a food truck experience, and they'll bring the food trucks out. So that is the number one thing to do in wine country if you don't like to drink. Eat. The second option, if you don't like to drink, is concerts. And there is such a wide variety, from the big name bands that come through Wilson Creek to some of the big name jazz musicians that go through Thornton, to cover bands and local artists at all of the different wineries. All you have to do is click on the event page from the weekly newsletter that goes out, or go over to the Wine Country Living page and check the event tabs, and you'll see so many links to different wineries that have wonderful entertainers that you can go and enjoy, have a snack, purchase something from their gift shop if you don't want to drink any wine, and enjoy the concert. That is a great option. My third option for what to do in wine country if you don't like to drink would be games. A number of the wineries have bocce ball, horseshoes, cornhole, a myriad of different options. We have even gone over, we'll go over to Cougar Winery, and I'll bring my sequence game, which is a favorite in our family, well, with my daughter and I. And my kids play chess, so they'll take a chess board. So there's all kinds of different options, and you will certainly not be, no one will look at you sideways if you're enjoying a winery and playing a game or two. And again, back to my initial caveat of finding a way to support the winery while you are there is always a good idea. My fourth option for enjoying wine country, if you're not a drinker, would be movie nights. Many of the different wineries host different events, and you will often see wineries like Battagliano, Lorimar, the Blueberry Farm in the summertime, different times of the year, will offer movie nights and fundraisers that have movies I've seen as well. And so that is another great way to enjoy wine country that doesn't involve a drop of wine. Next on my suggested list is shopping, whether it is enjoying a local artisan craft fair that one of the wineries has put together, or actually partaking in some of the really nicely curated gift shops that a few of the wineries like. I would say Lyonesse, Ponte, Avensol have really lovely, lovely gift shops curated. Lyonesse has different themes, great pet themes. Fazeli also has a great little gift area, and going and exploring the little gift shops, the no bullshoots t-shirt down at Somerset, all those kind of little fun things that the wineries have curated are a lot of fun to check out, and great if you are trying to get a little gift or a memento to take back home with you after your visit. So after that, after you've shopped, there's also a number of wineries that do special event classes, craft classes in particular, you see a lot for the non-wine themed offerings, and cooking classes. Craft and cooking are the two that you often see, so you can check out wineries like Europa will often do the cooking classes, and Peltzer will do a combination of craft. Cougar I've seen do craft nights. A number of the wineries will do painting nights. I've seen crafts, everything from chunky blankets to rustic signs and the art painting classes that are so popular. So definitely worth investigating which winery has a class that might interest you, and signing in to go and enjoy an evening or an afternoon of crafting. We also have horseback riding at a couple of different spots out in wine country. If you don't want to enjoy the wine, you can take in the views by horseback, another great option for the non-wine lovers. And the list would not be complete without including heading to a spa for some rest and relaxation. So that is my number 9 thing to do in wine country if you don't like wine. There is one spa and one spa only in Temecula Wine Country proper, and that would be at the South Coast Winery. They have a lovely spa. I've never had a bad service there, and it is a smaller spa, but they have some beautiful decks out overlooking the vines, a pool area, hot tub. Definitely a lovely afternoon of rest and relaxation if you book a spa day there. But near wine country, you can also go to places like the Marietta Day Spa and Pechanga, which has recently opened their 30,000 square foot four diamond, top of the line, absolutely lovely spa. So that is another option if you want to just foray just a little bit outside of wine country. If you want to go a little bit further, there is also Glen Ivy, which is a super fun spa option. They have a ton of different mineral baths, clay baths, that you can enjoy and make a spa day there. Now that is a little bit more of a trek outside of Temecula, but still worth visiting while you're in the area. And last but not least, of my things to do in wine country when you don't like wine would be, of course, the hot air balloons. How could I do a roundup of things not to do without wine, without including those beautiful lofty balloons that pepper our sky any day? There is still air. So the balloons are obviously a big part of the destination of wine country, and they absolutely can be enjoyed whether you enjoy wine or not. Now, I did promise that I would touch base on drinkers who like to consume alcohol but don't prefer wine. There are a few different options for you. Many of the wineries that serve wine also serve beer. You just have to ask. And we'll do a specialized roundup of which wineries those are. That is on my list of episodes to bring you, so stay tuned for that. So those are coming. Also, there are a number of wineries that offer a full bar, full spirits. So you can definitely ask that. There's tequila tasting at Mount Palomar. And I believe Mount Palomar also has beer as well. But there are a number of wineries where you can go and enjoy other spirits that are not wine related. So if it's just a matter of taste and you're looking for something to indulge in that is not wine, that is also an option at a number of wineries, and we will get that episode up and running here. We'll get that one going here soon. So there you have it. If you have any other suggestions that you think I should add, that you want added to the list, go ahead and leave them in the comments. But those are my top 10 things to do in wine country if you are not a wine drinker. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and share that with someone who loves wine country, or maybe who hasn't enjoyed wine country because they don't like wine. As always, would love to hear your suggestions for content that you would love to see regarding wine country. Just reach out to me. I will do my best to get those on the schedule. And if you know someone who loves wine country, like I said before, be sure to share this, give it a like, give it a heart. That's how other people get to see this video with Facebook and YouTube and Instagram's lovely algorithms. It's the little loves and the likes and the comments that allow Facebook to feed this out and share other people. That would be much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been a regular watcher, your support is so important. If you are a new watcher and are not yet getting our weekly newsletter, go ahead and text 951-419-4190. Text the keyword events, and that will get you added to my weekly curated list of all the events that are happening in the Temecula Valley. That goes out every Thursday in time for you to be ready for the weekend. And then again, there's also a link for that in the description below or above, depending on where you are watching this. Thank you so much for watching. Temecula Uncorked is brought to you by the Facebook group Wine Country Living, which I sponsor, and by my real estate business, which you can find at taniarubin.com, or go ahead and send me a direct message. But if you or anyone you know are in the market or would like some advice regarding your real estate matters, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic week, and I'll be back again with another episode of Temecula Uncorked next Monday. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.